Hello, my beautiful African people. Welcome back once again. Today we are talking about the recent pronouncement by Niger military leader to cancel the agreement that allowed Americans to set their military base in that country. So when you look at the agreement that was signed by Mohamed Bazoum, the former president of Niger, you can see that it was a bad deal for the country, but might be a good deal for that particular man. That's why somebody like him, Mohamed Bazoum, should be banished from Africa, because this is the type of people that are willing to be a tool to help give their people a bad deal. When you look at what is written in that deal, you ask yourself, what's the point of establishing a military base in Niger if you cannot help them to fight the militant? Because in that deal, they said America have no obligation to help the Nigerians fight against the militant that is ravaging that country. And you ask yourself, what's the point of allowing this type of arrangement in your soil if we cannot help you when you need them? It doesn't benefit Niger, that's what it means. Maybe it benefits those politicians that signed those documents. Maybe they were paid off. And I believe so. Because sometimes we blame just the president, but we forget that it just have a clique, like it was a democratic process when they signed those deals. And those members of parliament or Congress in that country should be held responsible as well for not looking into this deal and making sure that they got a good deal for their own country. Imagine if America did this kind of deal with Saudi Arabia. America have a base in Saudi Arabia. Imagine if Saudi Arabia is being attacked and the Americans there, the military there said they're not going to do anything. They have no obligation to help Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia would have kicked them out long time ago and stopped paying them for the protection they're giving them. But the same with Germany. America have a base in Germany. Imagine if Germany signed this kind of agreement, that if there's an external or even internal aggression that bent on taking down the country, that the Americans there will not do anything. And you ask yourself, what is the point of this military base in Niger if they are not there to help the country to fight the militant in that country? And look at what is happening in these three African countries that had a coup recently. You see those army there, those armies in those countries, the military there. You see, they are looking at. They are representing their country. They are looking at what is going on. They try to fight corruption in their country. And you ask yourself, what is happening to the other African country that claimed to be practicing democracy? Sometimes it's democracy in paper, not in anything, because they don't do their homework as this military juntas are doing in those places they have taken over. And if care is not taken the way it's moving now, people is going to start valuing the military regime more than the democratic one. Because the democratic ones are being a sellout to Africa. You sign a deal to bring a military base in a country for what? If you didn't sign that they should help you to fight any aggression, what's the point of signing the deal? And they ask yourself, why is America having a military base in Africa? I think they have in Ghana, they have in Niger. What's all this expansion? And the military leader was saying that, look, they don't even know the number of people in that military base. They don't brief them on that. Any person can just jump into the plane and say, "Is a military," and jump into the country. Because that's what they sign. They always sign the document that, with the military, document, anyone can go to their bases, American bases. And even the man was saying, even the same with the equipment. They don't know the number, what type of equipment they have in their land. They might have nuclear equipment. They don't know, because they don't communicate those stuff, with the host country, which they should be doing. But because of the man said is condensing nature of how America deals with Africa, as we see it in other parts of Africa, when some democratic process take place in Africa, and somebody in White House will tell them not to follow that democratic process because of ideology. And in their own country, in America, they pass some laws that is abhorrent sometimes to Africans, When they pass this law of abortion, for instance, in America, most of Africans hate abortion, It's not in our culture. But we don't tell them, why do you pass this kind of law in your own country? But if some democratic process take place in Ghana and they pass law against the alternative life community, America want to tell them what to do. This is unfair. And now other countries, our young Africans are waking up now. So the business is not going to be as it used to be if the West think that they can go to Africa and give them bad deals that they have been doing. It's gonna stop working now, because the exposure of this kind of deal with Niger past president is not looking good for the Americans. You get what I'm saying? So those days have gone when you're gonna come to Africa with a bad deal. That's something that might not benefit Africans at all. And at the same time, you claim that you are helping them. But sometimes when you revoke this kind of thing and tell them to leave your country, they don't leave, Like we see with French. The French embassy there refused to leave the country. The people have to start demonstrating before they will leave. And I think this is going to happen with this American base there, military base in Niger. They're not going to just relax. They're going to look to see how are they going to wangle their way, even if to enter some people in that administration, this military regime, for them to change their mind, because America would not like to leave that place. And even if they're going to leave, they're not going to leave without fighting. So the time these military leaders in Africa is teaching us a big lesson, that what we see going on in all the other democratic countries in Africa are nothing but just they're not working for their people. They're working for the external forces that are bent in making sure that Africa will not rise. So we have to commend those military that's looking into those deals they have with the Western world that are not good for their country and their people. They are not helping them. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our video, and comment. Peace.